Well, hello there folks, and welcome back to what is us today, continuing on where we left off last time, and this time round looking at those damage boosting capes and back items. So we're going to jump straight into this and begin with the all damage boost. So this is just damage to any monsters and you will get yourself a boost. So crucially, if you have played for 11 years within your book of lore is this badge, and you will find yourself the Bladed Cape of Glorious Destiny and the Bladed Cape of Honor directly underneath it. Both of these will provide you that all 25% boost, so it could be a very cheap way for you to get a damage boost if you have played the game long enough. Next up is join Underworld, and if you go along and look in Volkar's merge, you will find yourself the Legion Bonfire altar. Many of you probably already farmed for this for various other reasons in game, but just worth mentioning, it does have boosts attached to it. Ultra Dage is our next location for a 35% damage boosting cape, and this is the empowered version of the Bonfire altar. Again, it will require some insignias, Legion tokens, but once you got it, you have got yet another boosting item. And then lastly, and certainly not least for our all boosts, another 35% one you can get is at Join at Dark Carnax. Within the merge shop right here, it will take you a bit of farming in order to get it, but as you can see, there are plenty of individual boosts attached to that item. We are now moving on to tagged boost items. So when we say all tagged, that essentially means human, undead, dragonkind, chaos and elemental. Those are the 5 that are included within that bracket, and that is the items we're now looking at. First of all is this Archmaster cape over at Join Museum in Triss's merge. It will give you a lovely 20% boost across the board. It is the same story if you head over to Fiend's Shard and go onto the Swirling Abyss Gather's quest. All 4 of the capes you can see on screen will give you that 20% tagged boost, and to be fair, a couple of them are pretty quirky, so maybe worth picking up anyway, particularly that Void Soul. When taught like a pirate deus here, you'll find Barnaby usually stood somewhere around here, and there is a quest you can do. I'm sure you've done it many times in the past, but if you would like to do it again, the capes that you may choose one of will reward you a 30% all tagged boost. We're now just heading over to Ultra Speaker, where you've got your Goddess of War bits and bobs. Again, loads of boosts attached to these ones. It's worth me briefly pointing out that there are, of course, items in game that award lower boosts. We will go over those in future videos because this is like a series we're going through, but I want to just kick off with the higher tiered ones first of all, but we will be doing the lower ones with like your 10 and 5s a little later on down the line. Next up is Join Eternal Chaos, where we're looking at Chaos Boost. So if you come along and do the Eternal Drac of Set quest, you'll find these Eternal Chaos tassels for 30% extra damage to Chaos monsters. It is the same over at Join Titan Strike. If you go into the merge shop, you'll find Titan Dracof's Tentacles, and that one again will give you that same boost level. Next up is Dragon Boost, and specifically we're starting with a 20% one, so if you have played the game for 4 years and have the 4-year anniversary shop, there is this cape, and as you can see, that does have a 20% Dragon Boost on it. Next up is a 25% Dragon Boost, but this also covers a 25% human boost. The Ancient Doom Knights quest at Join Shadow Vault. Yes, these are grindy, farmy ones, but if you do go through and grab them, you can get yourself the Arch Doom Knight cape, and then there is also a second quest within here, which is a Death's Door one, and that will get you the Arch Doom Knight's cape sword. Next up is a bit of an anomaly, and this is going to be Join a Fable Forest for a 15% elemental boost. I mean, elemental's not always greatly covered, to be honest with you, and as a result, there isn't overly much choice at this moment in time, but there is this elemental's cape if you would like to get it. Next up is Join a Darkovia Horde. This is a legend only map, but if you do arrive here and defeat this zombie dragon for a while, you'll be able to get yourself a 25% human and undead boost from the ancient mystical katana cape. Essentially just the chainsaw katana on your back. Okay, here we are at Join at Turk, and if you do speak to Oblivion, this is just a really weird one I've included for no particular purpose other than it has a 2% rep boost and costs you 100 ACs. Just one of those random things you come across when browsing the internet that you think would be worth sharing with everyone. So there you go, not saying by that. I am now over at the Citadel, where I'm going to go running through the caves for a moment until we come across the Grizzly Bear. And you may be wondering, why are we at the Grizzly Bear? Well, the Grizzly Bear has got a seasonal drop that isn't available right now, but will be in the future, which is the Illy the Bear. And as I said, it is seasonal to April Fools, will give you a 25% human boost, and looks something like this. So if you would like that, you'll have to wait quite a few months, but it will be back next year. And then lastly, and certainly not least, is Hollow Deep for the Hollowborn Lich King questline, and one of the rewards you get from the Counterblow quest right at the end is going to be the Hollowborn Shadow of the Legion for a 40% undead, 50% rep, and 25% gold boost. Now, as you can tell, I've not even started on that yet, but I'm sure we will in the future when I actually can bring myself to farm an awful lot of Legion tokens. Anyway, folks, as always, thank you very much for watching. As I said before, we will cover loads of different boosts. We've still got to do helms. We've got all sorts to go on, and of course, the rep and gold bits as well. And then we'll move on to the lower tiered items, which I just want to cover because it's good to know what is out there available in the game. And then it kind of covers all different levels. But as always, if you are new, please do consider hitting that subscribe button, leave the video a like, and I'll see you all again for another one incredibly soon.